So I'd just like to acknowledge that we are on Jarrah People's Country, and the seed of this public fruit, this public orchard, comes from the spirit of Jarrah economy, that it's not under lock and key, and it is public food, public well-being, public nourishment, not under lock and key. So there's been 20 years of public food production here on this site, and then 10 years of community gardening. And many people, as I was saying earlier, many people have contributed to the well-being of these trees. At about 4 years ago, Ian Clark said, I've got time to give back to my community. I really want to get involved in the community gardens. And knowing that he was a fantastic orchardist, I invited him to help get the health of these trees back into order. And he said, well, this is about a 4-year plan, because the first year is going to be really radical, the next year after that less so, and we should get these trees into great health in about 3 to 4 years. And the harvest from this last harvest was absolutely abundant. These trees are in fantastic condition, and we now have the skills and knowledge to look after these trees because Ian so generously passed it on. Each plinth has a poem on it, and Jen just worked so tirelessly this morning for the last hour and a half, cleaning the brass oving the poems so you can actually read them again. I haven't done that for years. And it's like a physical book outside the library, and because the library's going to move, it'll be the last book standing. and on this site as a memento to public literature, public information to nourish us as well as public food. So yeah, this is just a moment to reflect and celebrate community participation and community well-being.
I'm not going to speak for very long. I just want to acknowledge that even as Ian grew more ill and as he began to stiffen and he lost his ability to communicate, near the beginning, once he was moved into Dalesford Hospital, we had some moments where his sense of humour came through. He was able to walk for a little while, and we'd go for a walk outside, and he'd go into the garden, he'd pick up leaves and he'd examine them, and it was just like, he didn't know really what he was doing, but he knew that that's what he always did. He looked at the leaves to see if they had any black spot or any fungi or things like that. So he continued to do that until he no longer could go into the garden.
Ian was all about feeding these trees, and he'd always sing the praises of Monash, which is like a crushed stone, highly mineralized stone, which he 2 seasons gave to these trees. And I just thought, when Ian passed away, Meg and I contacted him to see whether it would be appropriate if some of his ashes could actually remain on these trees in public where people could visit, to be able to return some of Ian's beautiful self to these trees, so that he will keep fruiting in this public place. anyone else would like to pull a shovel and tree, that would be great. Walter to the tree first and brings all the crystals that he's found. So, if Fiona Robson, our wonderful local councillor, and also community gardener over many years, would you like to say some words?
Thank you, Pastor. I really appreciate you asking me to say some words today, because I did come here to be part of the community gardening, so I feel very honoured to have been able to be part of digging the hole for the tree and to be with all you on a sunny day. I think it's a really beautiful sign for our community, because I think we are beginning to shine. I think that comes from the enormous amount of work that's come from many volunteers, many volunteer hours, the knowledge that people bring, all that provides the space and the environment for blossoming and growing and sharing. And so that does not happen without the work that comes to prepare the soil and plant the seeds. So we need to look after ourselves and each other, and we need to connect. I remember Patrick talked about the community gardening as a social warming enterprise, basically. And I think that is so critical for us as a community to come together and to share our skills and our time, be together, share some cider and the fruits of our labour. So the celebration, I think we've got a lot of we do very well at growing things and more initiation, but also the fact of dying well is so important as well. So to share Ian here today and remember him as he was. So I'm really interested in how we as a community create the environment for us to be fabulous together. And we've got such wonderful volunteers, the knowledge, the passion, the experience of people in our community is just extraordinary, I think. And I celebrate that with you, and I thank you for being here. Thank you.
Big portions or bigger portions?
You don't trust me, do you?
You can always come.
You can always know.
So Ian. Yeah.
The cycles of nature, the cycles of life, the ups and downs of our political system, to all of the cycles within our bodies, within the earth and within community. Cycles.
The cycles.
And to bikes.
I'd also like to propose a toast to Ruth and Tyson and Apollo. Their baby's due tomorrow. So here's to you guys.
Here's to
Another
cycles.
cycle.
Yeah.
Birth and death.
Yeah. There's plenty of cider, so don't hold back. It's almost Saturday afternoon. Well, I think it is. Thank you to the library too.